Hey, my name is Dars. Thanks for being here. On this channel, we talk about pushing through hard stuff and expanding the comfort zone to learn and grow and become better versions of ourselves. Today, I want to share a little story because today is a special day. Today is my niece's 15th birthday, which in Nicaragua is a big deal. The 15 años is just like a transitional time for a girl to go from girl to woman. It's like marking her womanhood, I guess. And my niece passed away last year. So today, May 5th, 2025, she would have been 15. And I want to share this story because I thought it would be a nice way to remember her. And she was a very, very, very special, sweet, kind, just lovely young woman. So I met her when she was, I believe, 5 years old. And she was one of the people that really, really helped me to come out of my shell and speak Spanish. I started learning Spanish when I was in second grade in school. Of course, learning like colors, numbers, just super basic stuff. I remember learning how to say pants and shirt and socks in second, third grade. And then all throughout school, we had Spanish every single year. And of course, throughout elementary, it was just super basic, like I said. I remember in sixth grade, we actually started learning how to conjugate, and I was so confused. I just could not grasp it. It just didn't make any sense to me at all. And then in high school, so all through the elementary and middle school years, Spanish was mandatory. It was just a class that they gave us. But in high school, you could pick. Although in our high school, we only had one foreign language teacher. We needed 2 years of foreign language credit to graduate, and the only language she taught was Spanish. So that first year, I took Spanish, and I finally could grasp like conjugating and stuff, and I started actually feeling like I could make sentences and put stuff together and actually a little bit make sense of the language. But I was very shy. I could not talk to people in Spanish. The only Spanish I spoke was in the classroom when I was forced to, like repeating after the teacher, scripted out conversations. I could not speak Spanish on my own. I then took Spanish again the next year and the next year online. And again, I didn't speak it with people. I didn't actually have conversations. So I just spoke it in my head. I listened to a lot of music in Spanish. I did writing. I would just randomly like translate songs to Spanish and just try to figure it out. Probably a lot of you maybe know this already, but I went to Nicaragua when I was 18. The fall after I graduated high school, I went with my sister-in-law. She tried to encourage me quite a bit to like get out of my shell and actually go speak with people because we were in a tiny little town where nobody really spoke English. But I was so scared. I just stuck around her and my nieces and nephews and my brother and like really didn't say much unless I had to. Well, then fast forward, I met Tomas. I started spending time with him and his family. That's when I met my niece, and she, being a little 5-year-old, super like outgoing, super excited to talk to me, super just energetic, like a cute little 5-year-old. And she would bring me paper and pencils and she'd be like, "Tia, dibuja conmigo." Like, "Auntie, can you come draw with me?" And just the innocence of a child just didn't care if I messed up words. Like whenever I would say stuff wrong, she'd be like, "Oh, you're so funny. Like, that's not how you say it." And she would correct me. And she just, if you feel super self-conscious about the way you speak, talk to little kids. They don't care. They just love to, well, at least she was like super outgoing and just loved to talk to me and just hang out with me. And it was one of the best things that could have happened for me to be able to start speaking Spanish. And I think then even as she got older and I was still trying to work on my Spanish, it was like, since I grew up with her speaking bad Spanish with her, it was totally fine. It didn't bother me to have to mess up and trip over my words trying to talk to her. So just wanted to share that little story and just put a little memory of her out there. Thank you, Lo, for being there for me. And yeah, I don't know. She was just one of the sweetest. She was just definitely a treasure. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.